Hi everyone, I wanted to share with you today a vintage mermaid junk journal I've been working on. So here's the cover, and I used a lot of different new techniques, new to me, for this journal. It does have a Venice lace bottom there, and I did some stenciling on the front cover. And I also covered that front image with beeswax. Here's the back cover with some of the same stenciling, and I just did some distressing with different types of paints. And then at the top you'll see a chain that kind of reminded me of like a sunken treasure box, and it has little seahorses that have a patina on them. So as we open the book here, I found this really neat image of a sea queen, and I did both inside covers. There's collage paper in the background that is sprayed with distress spray stain, and lots of distressed ribbon throughout and lace. And I used several different papers from some of my Mermaid collections. And I made several of these large tags. They're mixed media, vintage looking tags, and they have all been covered with a layer of beeswax as well. And then this little tag just tucks into that shell tuck spot there. And all of the writing journal pages have been coffee dyed and then punched along the edge with a lace edging punch. I used some old ledger papers and sheet music, and there's lots of stamping. I used some of my favorite stamps mostly from Graphic 45 from their Tropical Travelogue collection. And then there's lots of different types of vintage mermaid ephemera and different size tags. That one has been beeswax and then edged with distress ink as well. There's another beeswax tag. And I did want to leave plenty of space for journaling too, so even though there is stamping and embellishments on the pages, there's still plenty of space for writing if you want to use it as a writing journal. And of course you can always add your own little goodies in there. And then up on the right hand side is an old postcard of some women at the beach. There's some more of that Tropical Travelogue stamping and another vintage tag. You might recognize that Mermaid by the artist John Waterhouse. There's some more of the ledger paper, another large beeswax tag. Yeah, I've always liked those old advertisements of these big cruise liners, so I included one of those. Another large tag. Has like a curlicue punched out of it, and then I threaded through some wax thread and ribbon. Another collage paper from one of my collections. More collage paper and ledger paper. And some map scrapbook paper and a cute little mermaid in a shell ephemera. And then that tag I actually glued right onto the page. Really like that mermaid with her long, vivid tail. And then I have a little belly band that says "Let's be mermaids," another little beeswax tag. And some more ephemera. And all the ephemera has been edged with either vintage photo or walnut stain distress. There's another piece of ephemera. More stamping and journal space. A cute little piece of ephemera. And that sheet music is actually scrapbook paper that I found at Hobby Lobby. And this is one of my collage papers from a Mermaid collection. There's some more of that coral reef stamping. And that's from a vintage advertisement. Just thought that was really pretty. And here's another large tag. More ledger paper, stamping, and room for journaling. There's the other side of that scrapbook paper with the map on it. It's having a little lighting issue there for a second. And more collage paper. Scrapbook paper that's been distressed. This is from an old sheet music book, the Aura Lee, which is actually a song about the ocean. Another beeswax tag. And a large tag. These were really fun to make. I got this idea for these large tags from a channel called Scrap Cozy. There's another just tiny piece of ephemera. And some more stamping, ledger paper, large tag. Definitely included more of mixed media in this particular journal. I really wanted to experiment with some of these tags to make mixed media pieces. And this is one of my favorite mermaid images probably that I've ever seen. It's these nighttime mermaids just relaxing in the ocean, and I've always liked it, so I included that one. And here's kind of a funky shaped tag that's from a pirate collection in my shop. And I really thought that was a beautiful image of a mermaid, so I just included it as part of a tag. And more sheet music there in the background. And that's the end of the journal. And I'll just give you another peek at the back cover. So I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of the Vintage Mermaid Journal. I will have it listed in my Etsy shop, and here I've just included some close-up photos of the pages. So thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you really soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.